Hi, this is Valentina and Angela, and we're going to talk about our experience of reading the Iliad. Just as a brief summary, the Iliad is an epic poem written by Homer, who also wrote the Odyssey. It was written about the Greek mythological Trojan War, which was fought against the city of Troy by the Achaeans. Menelaus, king of Sparta, initiated the war once Paris, son of Priam and prince of Troy, took Helen, who was Menelaus's wife. Throughout the war, the gods interject in the fighting. The Trojan War lasted 10 years and resulted in Achaean victory. Many main characters died in the fighting, including Achilles, Ajax, Hector, and Paris.
Now we're going to talk about characters that we picked out who we thought played a significant and important role in the Iliad.
I chose Hector because he's one of my favorite characters in the Iliad, mostly because he's 100% mortal, and even during fighting scenes, the gods don't interject to specifically help him, so it makes him more relatable as a character. I found Hector to be courageous, loyal, responsible. He displayed many qualities of leadership, such as honor, as well as his sense of empathy. He is very responsible as a leader, and he found that death was better than disgrace, and he wasn't as willing as Paris, his brother, to let thousands of men of his own country die for Helen. Also, an interesting dynamic that I found was his relationship with his family versus his responsibility as a ruler, and I thought that he chose wisely when it came down to choosing his nation and the importance of the people rather than his personal relationship as a father and husband.
So I chose Achilles, not necessarily because I admired him as a character in the book, but mostly because I thought he had the most depth throughout, over all the other characters. He was noted as the most powerful warrior throughout both sides of warriors in the Trojan War. He was primarily driven by his need for glory and for people to remember his name. So he was willing to sacrifice his life at home or any other life, like his life with Briseis or anything else that he could have done to enjoy life as a normal person, just in order to be a warrior, and so he could die as a martyr or fight, either way, for people to remember who he was. Also, ironically, his motivation wasn't necessarily to defeat the Trojans. There was nothing that happened between them that he wanted to retaliate for. It was simply out of, like I said, self-pride, and also because his cousin was killed by Hector, and so his anger also drove him to fight in the war.
My overall experience reading the book was a good one. I really enjoyed learning more about Greek mythology, and I enjoyed learning more about characteristics of people and the different themes that were in the poem.
My experience was more of a challenging one. When I read it, I kind of thought of the Odyssey. It was pretty similar in the sense that the vernacular was difficult to understand, and also the abundance of characters made it difficult to exactly follow what was going on. But overall, it was interesting to learn about Greek mythology and how things were governed back then. So that was my overall experience.
Thanks for watching our vlog.